Assalamu alaikum students, I am Dr. Anila from Physiology, and today we are going to discuss this week's practicals, which is the effect of a continuous stimuli or the phenomena of fatigue on a nerve muscle preparation. Now, coming to a bit of the background of what is fatigue. Fatigue is basically a decrease in the performance due to the continuous and prolonged activity. And why this happens? The nerve muscle preparation fatigue happens because of the accumulation of the potassium ions, lactic acid, which is a result of the aerobic metabolism, carbon dioxide, which is produced as a result of the different chemical reactions in the ECF, and a short supply of the oxygen, which happens due to exhaustion and the decreased in neurotransmitters and nutrients. Therefore, the result of the lack of all these chemicals result in the decreased response to the stimuli, which is continuous and prolonged. And the one of the thing to remember is that the fatigue can be undone by removing the stimulus. Now, the principle of this practical is that a muscle is fatigued when it is stretched or stimulated continuously and repeatedly. Our learning objectives are to observe the effect of prolonged and continuous stimulus in a nerve muscle preparation and to learn the phenomena of fatigue in the muscles, to know the physiological basis of the nerve and muscle preparations and how the fatigue can be undone or reversed. Now, coming to the requirements for this practical, we will be requiring the chymograph, Frog's nerve and muscle preparation, and Frog's cell line, which is 0.65%, and a muscle trough or glass rod. Now, coming to the procedure, we will first dissect a nerve muscle preparation. The steps for the dissection are same as were explained to you in the simple muscle twitch, and after dissection you will fix it in the muscle trough, tie the tendon of the gastrocnemius muscle to the liver with a thread, and you will place the sciatic nerve on the electrodes, fill in the pen with the ink, and adjust the speed of the chymograph at 500 meters per second. Mode will be on the single mode, means you will press the single key. Amplitude will be moderate, and you will check all the connections that they are on. After that, we will first record a baseline, and an SMT will be recorded. After that, we will move the muscle chamber away from the drum so that the pen does not stay in contact and it does not record anything. Meanwhile, the muscle will still be contracting as we have pressed the single key, and wait for 10 contractions and record the 11th contraction by bringing the pen closer to the drum. In this way, you will be repeating this procedure after every 10th contraction. You will record the 11th contraction, and till a point comes that the muscle is exhausted, and you will get a graph of the fatigue phenomena in a nerve muscle preparation of frog. Chymograph, you must be aware of these instruments now, as you have done 2 or 3 practicals on this. This is the drum, this is the muscle and nerve and muscle preparation. This is called as the trough. This is the pen in which you will put in ink, and it will be touching the drum or on the graph paper, so you will get the recording of this. For to observe the phenomena of the fatigue, we will place the nerve and muscle preparation here, and we will place the sciatic nerve on these electrodes. All the connections are set in, the chymograph is on, the speed is on the 5, and what we will do is that we will continuously press the contact key during the phenomena of the fatigue, as we want to demonstrate or perform the phenomena of the fatigue. So first what we will do that we will get a baseline just by rotating it, and after that we will make a point of the stimulus, and when we will press the contact key, we will see that the drum will start rotating continuously, and the muscle will be stimulated continuously. But after first we will get an SMT, but after we will then move this pen away from the drum, and we will wait for approximately 10 contractions, and after every 10th contractions, on the 11th contraction we will take its near to the drum, while we will continuously pressing the contact key. And in this way, when we will repeat this procedures for many times, we will get a graph of the fatigue and the muscle will be exhausted. Now this is the graph you are going to get after repeating the procedures what I have explained you in the previous video. So this is our baseline, and this is the point of the stimulus from where we have started giving stimulus to our nerve and muscle preparation. This is our first SMT, simple muscle twitch, when we were continuously holding or pressing the contact key. The speed is set on the chromograph on the 5, which means it is rotating at the 625 millimeters per second, and 1 square is equal to 6 millimeters on this graph paper. Now coming to the graph, on the x-axis it shows you the time, and the y-axis shows you the amplitude of the contraction. Now you can observe that as the time is passing and as we are continuously stimulating the muscle, you can see that with each contraction the height of the graph or the force of contraction is decreasing. This is the first one, which is the highest amplitude, or which is going highest on the graph, and with every contraction you can see that the height is decreasing. And here comes a point then when it has started approximately near it has come to near the baseline. And one another thing you can observe that with each contraction, from the point of the stimulus till the start of the contraction marks the latent period. And with each contraction, as the muscle is being fatigued, its reservoirs are being decreased, so the latent period is increasing. So here you can see that the last curve has the maximum latent period, which is up till here. So in this way there will come a point when which is not shown here, but a state of contracture remainder will achieve, means the muscle will not able to be contracted again with the continuous stimulus, and it's almost nearly dead, which is not obviously achieved here because it will take a lot of time. And when, as I have told you in my video, that when muscle gets rest, we get a rest for some times and we take away the stimulus, so this fatigue can be undone. So that contracture remainder line will be something here that will exactly touching the baseline. So it's not achieved here, but it will be achieved at very later stages. So this is the graph of the fatigue, and you will I will paste a graph I will post a picture of this graph in these videos also, so you will get a copy of it and you will attach it in your notebook. Thank you. Now, what are the precautions for this practical? First and the foremost is that do not pour saline during this recording, as you are going to observe the phenomena of the fatigue. So we will not be supplying the nerve and muscle preparation with the nutrients. So if you supply it with the nutrients during that recording, so it will not get fatigue. So do not pour the saline during the recording, but pour the frog saline during the dissection to prevent the drying of the nerve and muscle preparation. So if you have still any questions which are unanswered, that will be answered in the live session on the Monday. Thank you.